Now, this one question that most people are asking: why are Kenyan youths bitter? Why are they celebrating when politicians die? It has reached an extent that whenever a politician dies, they have to celebrate. You go to Facebook, you go to TikTok, you find that they're very happy and something bad happens to a politician. So politicians are wondering. And there's that MP who died recently, was shot dead in Nairobi. And when the news broke out, you saw what happens. On social media, people are celebrating, especially youths. It reached a point where politicians started coming out and asking questions. Why are the youths bitter? Why are they celebrating when we're dying, when we're getting problems? You saw another MP who lost her son, and people are celebrating instead of mourning. But this case, this trend was not there around 10 years ago. You remember when Kibaki died, Kenyans were sad. Even when Moi died, Kenyans were sad. Look up at Chebukati, former IBC chairman. When he died, Kenyans were very excited. And what is very unique is that Kenyans celebrate only when politicians lose their loved ones or when politicians die. I was very keen when Leonard Mambo died. I did not see anyone celebrating. Kenyans were very sad, and many other people who have died. If they are not politicians, Kenyans are very sad. So this thing, politicians must sit down and question themselves. Where did the rain start beating them? Now, around 15 years ago, we used to respect politicians so much. We were friendly, they were friendly to us. But it reached a point, especially from around 2023, 2024 there, especially after the finance bill of 2024. Now, the arrogance of the politicians, the don't care attitude. Politicians are not doing what they're supposed to do. You go to counties, most counties there's no development at all, yet counties are receiving money. And those people who are being led went to school, they're unemployed. Kenyans go online, on TikTok, on Facebook to promote their products. But nobody's buying. People don't have money. Kenyans work hard in school, they get good grades. When they come to look for employment, no employment at all. Now, more than 5 million Kenyans are at home without jobs. They have tried businesses, they have failed. Now there's bitterness in them. They're seeing politicians driving big cars. Recently, you saw politicians wanted to add themselves salaries. You saw the president is adding more advisors, up to 20, contrary to what he said in 2024. Every year you see he's renovating State House using billions. So generally politicians are feeling good as those Kenyans whom they are supposed to help are languishing in poverty. Now the youths, especially Gen Z, they are seeing time is running out. Someone has been out for something like 5 years. There's no hope. Clearly, you can see there's no hope because companies are closing down. They're being frustrated. So, that one is creating anger among the youths. And I can confidently say, right now it's very hard to get a job. And as I said earlier, there was a time you could send blind applications to 10 banks, and at least one of them will invite you for interview and you'll get a job. Imagine that is blind application. But try that one today. You will never get a job. People used to get job very easily, like doctors and nurses. Nowadays, they are jobless. They don't have jobs, most of them. It is very difficult to get a job. So, what they have resorted is to move out of the country. People are going to Europe, going to Qatar, Saudi Arabia, any other country that jobs are available due to frustrations. So these, as the bitterness has accumulated, now Kenyans see politicians as enemies. The gap has been created. And I can just compare this one to your home. If you are in your home, you see your brother is doing well, he was educated, you are not educated, he's being favored, and you are living in the same home, you have nothing, he is building a house, he's buying cars, he's enjoying life, while you have nothing, and your parent is the one who is favoring your brother. You will never feel good. So the only thing that politicians can do to ensure that the bitterness ends is to create a favorable environment for business so that jobs can be created. Now youths are very idle. The only thing they need is bundles so that they can go online and vent and pour their frustrations. So, and from 2024, the president thought that he has silenced the youth completely, but that is not the case. When you see people very quiet, you have to be worried. So he has to look for a solution, because being with Raila is not the solution. That is a temporary solution. And as you know, every year more and more youths are graduating. So they are going to join others who are frustrated. And you can guess what will happen after 2027 elections if Ruto manages to win the second term. Because people are hopeless now, they are ready for anything. So the only way Ruto can convince them, can reduce the bitterness, is to create favorable condition, is to deliver, to stop lies. Because right now, even if Ruto says, I'm going to build this and that, people don't believe him because he has lied more than 1,000 times. Out of 10 things he says, he can only accomplish one. And that is one thing that has created the bitterness. So he should not expect the youth to laugh and to be happy because they don't have jobs, their businesses are not doing well, their parents are struggling, they are simply hopeless. He's not even giving hope. You listen to politicians, how they are talking. They're very arrogant. They think Kenyans are the problem. They don't see themselves as the problem. Simply because the taxes that Kenyans are paying is making them very comfortable. They are in a very different world. So that's what is happening. And the only thing that can help the politicians is to deliver. Because Kenyans will never be watching as they suffer, as they pay tax. People are enjoying and arrogantly dismissing them. That one will stop one day. So at the moment, the bitterness, I think, will continue. And even the broad-based government cannot finish that. Even buying the Gen Z leaders will not finish that. The only thing that can finish that is to create employment and also favorable business environment.